This is the Aloha Bean. The Aloha Bean's pretty much, that's a standard, you know. It's probably the great little all-arounder. You can ride it as a quad or a thruster. And it's really an honest board. Single concave into a double. Pretty hard rails. Fast, driving board. This is Vampirates. These guys, light, high volume. They get 35 liters into the 510, and so anybody can paddle this thing. Basically, from a volume point of view, they've got the thickness and they hold it right to the edge and then pull the rails. Rails are soft; they don't hang up at all. It's pulled in the nose enough so you can duck dive it, and basically, it's a real wide square tail. Soft corners, hard edges underneath. Every video I've seen of guys riding this thing, they're just fanging. This is, the aerial monster because it's got such a wide tail. If you can arc up the speed, it just cracks off the lip. I want to give a quick talk about our knots because we're still love straight ahead polyester boards. Paul Crane is the designer of these. And if you want a board that's kind of one board's going to ride almost all conditions. You can take this round pin thing with the hard rails and go down south, ride some pretty serious surf. But because Paul builds enough volume in, holds it in the tail, and pretty much holds the thickness to the rails, they still have good volume. Other shortboards we've got that I like are the designs of this guy, Phil Meyer, and we talked about Phil Meyer in our subs because he designs the Bombala subs also. But what I like about it is it's kind of a no tricks board. Going to hold as much volume as it can. So you've got a 6.2. It's 20 inches wide. It's 2 5/8 inches thick. It's epoxy, and the kind of board that anybody could ride if you're 80 kilos or less. It's going to give you lots of float. It's going to be fun. So this is, in my mind, a super fun board. The other boards that he makes are, and he likes these. These things are great. They're so old style. This channeled system, I don't know if you can see that, but fully channeled out. And that is a really cool feel on your back foot when you're driving. You just have this crispy, clean feel. I've only ridden one of these at Bells Beach, and it was so obvious to me how snappy the thing was. We do these Torque surfboards. Now these are designed by Terry Fitzgerald, and he's a guy I really respect as a surfer, and he's an old guy like me. But he does hot buttered, and he's got this Torque thing. What I like about Torques is they're really strong. You can't kill them. Honestly, they're amazing. It's a dual molding process they've worked out. They're light. This 6.8 is a fun board anybody can ride. Okay, so the last shortboard I want to talk about is this Luke Short design. This is a 6.2, but it's a big 6.2. It's honestly the kind of board where a 100-kilo guy could ride a 6.2, 44 liters, and ride it like just a proper shortboard all over it. But a guy like me, around 70 kilos, could ride this thing in that kind of, I don't know, like the slopey California style rotational surfing. Just that never stop planing feel. Even in really sort of average waves. It's a double concave back here, relatively subtle, fades into a single here. Kind of a continuous rocker. I think it's the kind of board where anywhere you're standing on it, it'll feel relatively loose. You'd ride it either as a quad or a thruster. Small guy like me, I'd probably ride it more like a quad just so I could get that rail-to-rail thing working a little better. But interesting board, really a fun one. So that kind of is the end of our little short boards. Thanks.